On the Sage's Radar, Part 2. This was not how Morgyn envisioned his day going. First he was summoned to an execution chamber, and now some prodigy dragged him away to this tiny-ass room. Set the record straight? What are you, the Sage's personal lackey? Calm down for a second, will ya? God, you're just like the stories say. No wonder your family line is called Ember. Okay, I'm calm. Now will you please explain what this shit show is about? First up, you deserve to know my name at least. Salma. Okay. Second, I'm not their lackey. Well, I am, but I'm not. The hell does that mean? It means, Mr. Not So Bright, that I'm undercutting them. Look, I'm not a caster. By our overlord's rules, I shouldn't be here. I should be on Earth among our wretched kind. Morgyn looks her over, confused. It hadn't dawned on Morgyn that Salma did seem to look different to the other residents. Most of the other residents looked as plain as anyone else, but Salma's eyes and hair were definitely not common among the realm. You starting to see the picture now? So you're a witch then? I should have clocked it. I'm practically the only one with ombre hair. It's the only way I can express my true nature without breaking rules and bringing attention to myself. So everyone else here is plain and simple. Don't they even have marks on them? You mean how many are untainted by that asshole Clyde's magic? Yeah, practically only me. Clyde? The practical sage. Oh, shit. Even their title's so tacky. Ugh. Oh, God, this is even worse than when I left. Don't pull the I shouldn't have left card. Things would have been the same regardless. You saw how dismissive Kyoko was of us? Leave it up to her and she'd probably stamp out an entire fairy grove just because they use different magic. The hag is a lunatic! Alright, so let me get this straight. Elena Faber and Simeon Silver Sweater bite the dust, and then these three hydras rear their heads. The realm is basically a boot camp for peace and love. Did I get that right? Yeah, you did. Faber and Silver Sweater really had them on a leash. It's why they gave you the position of sage so these guys wouldn't hunt you down. There was another sage here as well. She used to help one of my friend's cousins. Cloud Brimley? Yeah, she went off the radar when the politics started to brew again. She was keeping the fact that she was mentoring a warlock a secret from them. God damn. So, where do you fit into all of this? Kyoko spoke of you as if you're her favorite student. Duh, because I am. I've tried underhanded tactics to sway the status quo, but nothing worked. They either didn't make enough noise, or the sages counteracted my attempts. I gotta play the dumb and docile disciple so I can actually get a grip of things. But you're not a caster, are you? No, I'm not entirely. No, I have a mixed line, which is why they're probably gunning for me. I'm sure you know they won't allow any kind of relationship except with a caster, right? Yeah, I know that painfully well. As someone who studied biology and all that, it's deeply offensive. It's their one-way ticket to oblivion. Remember how you said most of the casters just look plain? Yeah, that's the first stage of it. Next, they'd lose their marks. Then their powers would start to dwindle. Their lifespans wouldn't be as long as they are now. Eventually, they will just become the very thing they despise, human. So people like you and me were threats to their utopia. Surely you have a plan regarding all of this. Yeah, well, all of those plans fell flat until you walked in. Since you're out of that Ravenwood place, now's the best time to tip this scale in our favor. Any other day, Morgyn would have protested about how she seemed to be using him to further her own goals. However, this time, she was actually right. If the sages kept the spellcasters secluded from the world like this, there would be no magic realm left. Hell, the whole place would collapse on itself as there would be no magic to sustain it. There were other half-casters in the world like Selma too. It wasn't fair on them to be isolated from part of their roots just because it angered a few old people. Alright, say we try and take down the sages. How are you planning on doing this? Okay, for starters, we will not visit this place unless it's the last resort in the world. I'll make an excuse to Kyoko as to why I have to leave. Freaking tired of these rags as well. Fair. Next, we'll need more people for this. You and me might be enough to take these guys out, but there's more think like them. And I have a feeling that Kyoko might be doing some kind of dealings under the table. For all her talk of good magic and all that, I've seen too many suspicious people talking to her. Suspicious as in thugs or people who look like them. Anyway, we shouldn't keep talking here. Do you have somewhere in the normal world where we can reconvene? I do, yeah. Do you? Do you have somewhere to go? I have my ways, but thank you. Okay, let's make ourselves scarce. Whatever you do, try not to contact me until I contact you first. With that, Salma opened the door with a sullen face as if the two of them had been arguing. Morgyn had to give it to her. She would win so many awards as an actress. He started to wonder if the meek and quiet disciple demeanor was an act as well. He hoped it was. Back at home, Morgyn checked his place for any strange items or markings. The sages thought themselves above using such tricks, but deep down they would even resort to making pacts with devils if it meant furthering their goals. He pondered about his day while brewing some tea. His past with the realm was something that he desperately wanted to clean up. After Ravenwood, Morgyn had a different perspective of the world. The only other world he knew was the realm, and that kind of didn't count, but hey, let's face it. The realm is basically a cult camp. Nothing they said or did applied to the real world. Nothing they claimed to believe was right had any meaning in the real world. So how could Morgyn sever ties with this fake past, if we can call it that? If the sages got out of hand, it could mean problems for the rest of the world. Salma mentioned that they need more people for this. He could call out Mikhail for this. Nah. He might ultimately have caused this whole path by taking out those scam magicians last year, but Mick has his own things to do now. Laurie? She'd be busy too, not to mention she's probably trying to find out more information from Maria. Nico? Yeah. Best not to disturb a sleeping wolf. But if Morgyn didn't make mention of this to them soon, it might come back to bite them all in the ass. There was also something niggling away at him. He felt that the book of forbidden rituals in the realm wasn't really complete. Somehow he just had this feeling that there was more to the ritual's results than the book let on. It felt like a piece of the puzzle that was missing, but you couldn't find it anywhere despite looking in every corner. Morgyn decided to see how things with Salma would go, and if the need arises, he'd call on the others. It would be silly to forget he had them in his corner after all.